Council President Hove, Mayor Dowse, council members. I'm here to talk to you about the single-sort recycling program that we're going to be rolling out in the city at the end of August and the beginning of September, with collection to actually begin September 16th. As of today, about 3 o'clock, we went live with the website. So we have a bunch of different ways that we're getting the word out to people to let them know about the single sort program, to gather information about it, and we're also actively trying to get out the word through Channel 6, the radio, newsprint. We've done 30-second videos as well as interviews, and of course all this information will be available to the public at the city's website. We are going to be hitting everything we can in terms of social media. And if I had listened more carefully about this, I'd know all the different ways. I can only name two right now, and that'd be Facebook and Twitter, I believe. So there are going to be some other social media platforms that they will be hitting that are underneath my age level. So we'll definitely get that word out to everybody we can at all the different social media platforms. Around mid-August, everybody will receive the first actual postcard that's going to be sent to their homes, and just basically giving you a heads up, letting you know that the carts are coming. And as I said earlier, we're going to be getting the carts out to people the last week of August, the first week or so of September. So we want to have the card out so people are aware of that, and they're not taken aback by having a new cart put on their curb. The city won't actually be starting the collection of these carts until September 16th, so we ask in the meantime that we continue to use the tubs and sort the material at the curb. So a big question that we feel that people are going to have is, how do we find what the collection date is? If you recall, we are going to bi-weekly collection. Instead of picking up every week, it'll be picked up at your house every other week. The best way that you can do this, besides calling the office itself, would be to go to the city's website. And this is up right now, so I'm just going to run through the motions here with you guys. This is the city website. We are prominently figured here at "We're on a Roll." That's our campaign motto. And if you go down a little farther, you see the young lady pulling out the cart. So if you click on that, you can go to learn more about single sort and updated recycling schedule, and you'll come to this map eventually. And I think we're going to try to get it up a little sooner so it's not quite so buried.
Good plan.
It could be neat, not the right path either. If you click on the map itself, it's going to redirect you to the city's GIS map. And of course, we're going to continue with the application. That's why we're here. And this is actually a application that you can find out both your recycling date or your garbage date. We're just going to do recycling zone right now. If you go into the little address bar there and press, I'm just going to take a random address here. It will take you right to that place within the city. Click anywhere on the green there and do more info. And those are the days for the next 16 months that you will have recycling picked up at your house. So you got to go back to this.
Majority of the cases, this is going to be on the same day as.
Yeah, so the idea is that you're going to be picked up on the same day. So if you have Monday now, you'll be picked up on Monday still. It'll just be which week. And so one of the things we're trying to get it out, though, is that when in doubt, set it out. Because the worst thing that'll happen is you'll have to bring it back in and put it out the next week. I have single-sort recycling at my home in Orinoco, and it doesn't take that long to get into the rhythm of figuring out when it is. There will be, so if you want to know more about this, of course, you can go to the website, or you can call up the ladies at the Waste Campus at 385-3658. So this is just the steps that you go through to find out your address. We're also going to be at River City Days, and we'll have a booth out there with a computer, and people can type in their address there and figure out where or what days they were picked up. So all this stuff is live right now. So as I had mentioned, cart delivery is going to start at the end of August, beginning of September. There's going to be a cart packet included with the cart. So basically, you'll be getting an introduction letter from the mayor with contact information and where to go with questions. You're going to get a map of the city collection zones, and you'll also actually get a specific calendar specific to what your address is of the collection days through 2020. There'll be a little thing about frequently asked questions, and of course, what can and can't be recycled within that cart packet. So those things will look like this. This is the little item that says what can and can't be recycled. Below that, we have the city's website and the phone number. The frequently asked questions is going to be within the cart packet. This is your zone map, and right below is where you can actually go to put your address into. And this is what your collection day address or your collection day calendar will look like. We're breaking the zones into 8 zones because it's just simpler for us to do it that way instead of saying weeks. We had considered looking at week 1 and week 2, but the problem with that is that we felt that if we assigned you to week 1, you might interpret that as, oh, well, I picked up at the first week of the month, every month, and sometimes that's going to change as you go through the months. So it is zone 1 through 8, and as I said, we're starting September 16th. So do you have any questions?
I have 3 questions.
Yeah.
With your postcards that you're going to do, can you do just a zone-specific postage? You do 8 different postcards with the calendar right on the postcard?
No, the dates won't be on the postcard. That's just to inform you that the
I know,
carts are
that's my
coming.
point. Can't you put the date on the postcard and make it and just mail that postcard to that zone for
We tried to look at something like that, but it was to do the mail merge was going to be beyond our ability to.
Okay, that's not a good answer. Streets versus alleys?
The plan is that we are going to, if you pick it up in the street now, you'll probably continue to get it picked up in the street. There will be, and if you're in the alley, you'll probably continue to get it in the alley. I know there are some places where it's split. They take out the recycling to the street, and the garbage stays in the alley. We are going to try to accommodate the situation where we will pick up in the alley to the extent we can, and I think that will be almost everybody. But we still need to define some of those streets yet. But I'm pretty sure that all pickup, we're going to try to make all pickup either the street or the alley.
And just to add, there is a sensitivity because of the size of these things.
Yes.
And they don't want to be having to haul it all the way out to the street when they're used to having it in the alley.
We understand.
And
we're
then
try to
finally,
that.
how clean are the recyclables going to have to be in order to be recycled?
We would like that to be rinsed out with the cap replaced on it, if possible. We're not saying that it has to be scrubbed out, with soap and water or anything like that. Just a quick rinse, pour, and put it in the recycling if you can.
More important, I think it's a good question, John, is the do's and don'ts, because we're not processing it anymore. We're bringing it to a processing facility, and they will set the contamination rate based on rejects. And there are a number of rejects. So we have been pretty liberal because we process it and we have a place to dispose of it. But now that we're going to a separate company that's going to process it, they're going to dispose of it and we're going to pay for that disposal. So this is going to be a little different from what it was before. And there's a learning curve, and they're actually, why don't you talk about what they're going to do with the waste?
So the material will be taken to a large material recovery facility in the metro area. They will be processing for us. So one of the key things that they don't want to see is the material put into bags. They need it all set into the can or into the cart loosely, because when you put it in a bag and tie it shut, it will basically be thrown out because the technology that they use to do the sorting doesn't deal with large items very well at all. So it does need to be taken out of bags, not placed in bags at all. We don't accept plastic bags. You can take that to some of the large retailers within the community. And we also do not want to see any batteries either. So batteries have been a big problem for recycling centers throughout the metro and throughout the United States. They have a tendency to catch fire. And so we definitely do not want to have electronics or batteries within the recycling stream or the waste stream.
Then I wanted to talk about they're going to come to the curb and do some preliminary
Okay, so we also have, as part of this, part of our rollout, we got 2 different grants. We got one from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency for $250,000, and we got another grant from Recycling Partnership for $57,000. One of the things that Recycling Partnership wanted us to do as part of the grant was to make sure that we measured our success. So at this time, starting today, we had crews from Recycling Partnership going out and doing sampling of area neighborhoods to determine who's participating or what the participation level is, not who, but what the participation level is, and what types of volumes are we seeing within the recyclable stream. Once we implement the single sort program, they're going to come back, do another test, and see what kind of increase or what kind of changes we had in the recycling stream. This is going to be helpful for us to, see how successful the rollout is, and actually how much more promotion and education we have to continue to do. Yes.
Yeah, if you have large flattened cardboard, do you have to cut it up? Or how are they? I mean, these are big bins, so I was kind of wondering
I know in
about
the
that.
past people kind of would tie it up and string, and really it is best to flatten that cardboard every time and to make it in pieces that are big enough, or small enough, I should say, to get into your can.
Okay.
It makes for the collection easier. One of the big bonuses or benefits of putting in single sort is the collection aspect of it, and the idea that we can do it more efficiently at cheaper cost without putting our employees into any kind of dangerous situations where they might get workers' comp claims or be injured, of course. Sure.
And I know that in the footroom presentation, loose caps were a problem, that they get jammed up or they get filtered through. And in your images, and you already stated that caps on, and so are there certain items like the jars and cans, or jars not having caps, are there certain things that you want to address?
No, if you put the caps back on or take the caps and throw them in the garbage, that is the best way to manage that. They can deal with caps when they're on the container downstream, but with their loose in the recycling stream, it does cause more problems for the sorting equipment. So toss it out or secure it back on there after you've rinsed it out.
Thank you.
We will be taking additional recyclable materials. Number 5, plastic, the tubs, like the butter tubs, yogurt containers will be accepted now. And we will also be taking like gable cartons, so the milk carton that you open up and you got the little pour spout. We'll be taking those in aseptic containers too, like the juice boxes and stuff.
Awesome.
Any other questions of Jeff?
Well, again, thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please go to the city's website, and you can look us up or give us a call.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.